That's a decent dive. Have another look on the replay. Good and slightly more vertical. Was behind Ren of China. Needs to get off to a good start if she is to bridge that gap today, though. Well, she set the dive. Decent enough distance from the board there, we can see as well. Blueprint for her could be to stay ahead of Benfito with every round, with confidence going into the more difficult dives later on. Oh, that is exactly that to that dive. Looking to make it a double here on the final day. We're looking at nines higher, I believe, than the score that Ren accumulated. See if the judges do agree with me, see if they concur with that, because that was picture perfect. Need to kick out the legs. Better camera angle now. Rotation looked good enough. And slightly off eights from her. Well, that's much better. Normal service has resumed with Benfito's last dive. Oh, that looked good enough. That looked good enough, actually. She took her time. Set the dive up well. Oh, that is a very... Just needed to straighten out the legs on entry. Came out of the rotation in good time, didn't she? So moderate score there for the Korean diver. What can she bring to the table here? Needs to be still in the conversation going into round 4 at least, with regards to whether she can get a silver medal, better than last week. Good start, needs to build on that now, with her second dive coming up. Quite sure she'll match the exploits there from round 1. Oh, magnificent diving again. Absolutely outstanding dive, in fact. 8.5s all the way across the board from the semi-final. From the judges, we'll be looking at similar, perhaps even slightly better here. We just witnessed the best dive brilliantly. What can Shimonida do with it? Round 3. Oh, slightly over on entry. Of course, she will be marked down for that, Timashina. Toes look decent enough with regards to the position on the board. Huge amount, almost perfection. Good enough distance from the board. Not quite perfection that we was looking for, but it was solid. Good work once again from the Canadian diver. just about held it together on entry. Difficult dive to execute. You can see there, not quite vertical. Not too bad at all again. I've been very impressed with the way she's gone about her business so far, spread across 3 days almost. And try and spring a surprise and get the gold. Well, she lost it on entry, to be fair, on that dive. See enough height, got the elements of the dive in, but we can see there the water arrived. Well, the effervescence of youth that goes by the name of Zhang produces another touch of magic. Final dive of round 3. And with that dive, looks to have secured another gold medal. Slightly more vertical on the entry, but that's been... And the entry's where she needs work. First half of the dive looks sound enough. Maybe difficult after that dive. Held it for a while, but the entry there, we know she can do. Oh, solid enough. Solid work at the office again from Pan. But expect nothing else, really. Some whoops from the crowd. Some Korean supporters out there, perhaps. Missing enough distance away from the platform. Comes out of the rotation in good time. Solid enough there on the entry. Set the dive up quickly. Crowd liked it. Next question is, will the judges? Slightly over on entry. Well, that most definitely was worth the wait. Splendid effort again from Zhang. So technically astute. With a better dive before she can put her feet up. Well, she may have just done that, actually. The talent that she has, some of the scores that she's earned today, I know that she can do better. Entry, slightly peak and grab the silver. Oh, it's a better dive this time from Benfito. Oh dear. Was that a grimace? Was that a smile from Mr. Miranda? I'll let you decide. Anyway, regardless of... Well, she laid it all out there. At the entry. Has been the Achilles heel for Pam. All in all, it's a very consistent showing from her. Have to give her that. Oh, and she ends with a sound dive. Always good to finish off, bringing your A game to the table. .4. Oh, look at that for an entry. Oh, that was great viewing. Brilliant dive that was. Hardly any splash at all. Oh, we saw the toes beautifully positioned on the board, and the entry just as impressive. Oh, the Chinese coaches seek perfection, and if you please, coaches such as them, you know that you've done an excellent job, and that dive gets better and better and away the rest of the field. Just over the 400 mark, Ren bags the silver, and Benfito finishing 6.5 points ahead of Pam this time to get the bronze.